Hello and welcome to the 2024 Godawful Entertainment Audrey Scott Town Hall, sponsored by Doritos, Mountain Dew, and whatever Disney Star Wars slop Josh is eating out of the toilet. My name is Donnie, and speaking of Josh, he and I will be your moderators tonight as Miss Scott speaks with everyday Americans on the issues they face. Audrey Scott is the official write-in candidate of Godawful Entertainment, a 501c tax-exempt religious organization. Seriously, don't ask where our donations are coming from because all of our donors are anonymous so that we have plausible deniability just in case they secretly turn out to be a global cabal of pedophile lizard people that secretly run the world. Audrey Scott, thank you for joining us and all of America tonight.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to represent the people and be here for the people and with the people and inside the people.
On the people.
Outside the people, to the left of the people, to the right of the people.
We didn't
all the people.
Plan this, but everybody's having presidential candidates on their podcast now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
We
No
booked you
shit.
for this in May.
Yeah.
We didn't know about that you were going to have this rise to power like between then and now.
Wow.
Also with us tonight is Audrey's campaign manager, Heath Underhill, fresh out of his illegal imprisonment by the Harris-Biden regime, violating his free speech rights for the innocent act of sending a notarized letter stating his intentions to murder the president via certified mail to the governors of all 50 states. Welcome, Heath.
What's up, pussies?
Yeah.
My homie's free. You can't keep back the truth.
So, Audrey, do you have a manner with which you wish to be addressed? Madam President Pro Tem Incumbent Scott? I don't want to give you the wrong adverbs or verbs. You're a woman of action. Maybe it's
I would say
verbs.
President Scott would be the most
President
appropriate.
Scott. We'll just live in the
name. Yeah,
That's right.
Absolutely.
in the moment. Okay.
We manifest over here.
It feels weird that they skipped white women. You know, they're going straight from white guys to black guy to whatever Kamala is.
We
Carmel.
don't. We have to
She's
apologize for
she's
everything. We have to listen and learn.
She's a Werther's. Kamala's a Werther's.
She's a Werther's original.
Yeah. She's Carmel. Carmela Harris.
Yeah.
Do you feel slighted at all that they skipped over white women?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Because there shouldn't be like a hierarchy of...
I think it has nothing to do with gender or sex.
Okay.
And I really don't care about that. That's not really what I'm concerned about. I'm more concerned about like the morality of the government than the sex or the age or the race.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you coming on with us tonight. We know you have a busy schedule.
Thank you. I'm very busy, yes.
We're hoping to address a lot of the hot issues in America today
Right.
that we've been seeing on the news. We've been seeing Chinese retarded midgets are being aborted in Wisconsin every day. And I wonder, if elected president, what would you do about that?
When?
Oh, I'm sorry. Madam President Scott Audrey.
I'm sorry. Chinese retarded midgets being aborted?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should all put them in the same little building and have a room for them.
Can we back up? How do we know they're retarded?
You look at them.
They're in utero, like, doing that.
You can tell.
They didn't read one single book while they were in there.
They're eating crayons in the womb is what's happening. They can see the
for
crayons.
Skittles
yeah.
and M&Ms.
Yeah.
I say, I don't know, man. Like maybe there's a way if we can do a surgery. I think I heard of this. These scientists are working on removing the retardation and Asian out of babies inside of the womb.
Retardations.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can make it a normal kid.
Okay.
And your kid doesn't have to be retarded or Asian anymore. So maybe if we invested more of our budget into that and into tech and into the future, then no child has to be Asian or retarded again.
It's a miracle.
No child left behind in the
Absolutely.
box that you were talking about.
Absolutely.
So
the
they'll still
box is
be-
just an option, because we are going to have some stragglers like this. There'll be trials. We might have some mutated, retarded Asian kids. But, it takes steps to find a resolution, and I'm here for change.
Fast, cheap, or quality, pick two. Retarded, Chinese, or midget. You got to pick one. Midget is fine.
Oh, I forgot about the midget. Yeah.
I mean, if the mom and the dad are both Chinese and retarded and midget, you can bet that
Well, midgets just need their own city.
yeah.
A small, tiny little midget city.
China's got it figured out.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
an entire midget city in China.
Yeah.
Is it still
Send 'em all there.
69ing if they're midgets? Or is it
Sure.
Talk
Sound
about
like a 34.
Talk about Uyghurs.
I think the numbers are lowercase.
Yeah, it's like a lowercase 69, yeah.
or baby? So we have Cubans coming over here on rafts
Yes.
to steal our jobs. We have Portuguese coming over here on U-boats to steal all the corn. Every presidential incumbent comes up to the microphone and says that there's some kind of race of people coming on some different kind of form of transportation to take something from us. What's next?
I'm worried about the Irish. They're violent people, and they have red hair, and we don't need that. We don't need any more red-headed people over here.
And they come on the bus.
They come on the bus, and our buses are bad enough. We don't need to make our bus system worse. I'm really worried. If we just drain the water out of the ocean, then no one can get here anymore.
Mm-hmm. Then it would all be one country together.
Yeah.
It'd be beautiful.
I don't hear Kamala or Trump suggesting that.
Yeah. That's something that
Take
you don't
note,
hear.
listener.
Yeah.
Get rid of the ocean. Duh.
Then we don't need borders.
And then we get all the fish.
Yeah,
'Cause they
then
can't swim.
no
We
one
just
goes
go grab
hungry,
'em.
and we all eat fish.
Who else is solving world hunger?
But we don't let the Irish eat any.
So as a father myself, my
Yes.
daughter was in the bathroom at Central Market over here, and she had a loose tooth. And she came out of the bathroom and she had pulled her tooth out, and there was a gentleman in the women's room with like a hairy chest in a beautiful white gown, and she thought that was the tooth fairy. She saw the Rock movie. What are you going to do if you're elected president to turn this around and keep those people from going into the little girl's bathroom?
I'm going to give every child a gun.
Okay, nice. That's perfect.
Children need guns. That's what. You ever heard of a shooting at a gun show? No.
And
Doubt it.
Okay, so
Pretty-
they'll be the enforcers. Those are the good guys with the guns,
Yes.
stopping.
Everyone's good when you have a gun.
Yeah. So
All children are good, so all children should have guns.
Only
good
good
guys.
guys.
It's
should have
simple
guns.
math.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to live life.
They don't have time to be bad yet. Nothing bad has ever happened to a child.
Especially when they have a gun.
That's an amazing plan. You
Nothing
have so
bad has
many-
ever happened to a child with a gun.
Especially with a
Yeah.
gun.
There's so many good. This is like 1,000 points of light with Bush all over again. You have so many good plans. I can barely
you.
keep up. So we had the guys eating the dogs and eating the cats in Springfield.
Sure.
Apparently now we have Argentinians moving here, and they're eating all the children's gerbils. So again, people
But are
from
they
other countries
Nazis?
coming here and stealing and eating our animals. How are we going to stop these people from other countries? What would you do as president to stop people?
Tell
from,
them to stop.
Hey, cut it out.
No one's actually just told them to stop. If they had told these people to stop, I think a lot of less rape would happen if someone just said stop.
We got meat. We got plenty of meat here. We got cow.
I
Cut
have
it
a-
out.
Eating everything else for.
Chill
mind
out,
if I have a question. Are they gerbils or are they guinea pigs?
Oh, that's a great question. This is very important.
Italian American pigs, please.
Absolutely not.
We
No,
don't,
we don't-
say
we
the
don't
That's
G
do
gonna
word.
that's gonna be the first thing.
If you ever try to make my campaign manager be politically correct again, we're going to have a huge issue. I'll step off the stage right now.
Okay, so no mix, no guineas is what we're saying so
Absolutely.
far. Okay, this is
Yes.
like a 1920s who we hire at the general store poster.
The rest of the slurs
They'll totally
will be
beat Warren
available
Harding.
on the Patreon.
I guess, and we're legalizing slurs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, legalize slurs.
You got to be drunk to start slurring. That's why all the Native Americans are always being racist, because they're drunk all the time. They just slur everything.
Let's get to the meat of the situation. Give me another question here.
Will you, as president, denounce rollerblading once and for all for American homosexual
That's
boys?
the only way to get rid of AIDS.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's how disco ruined everything, you know. And I love the Bee Gees, but I could sacrifice Andy Gibb and roller skating to make the world a safer and a better place, so I never have to see an AIDS truck again.
And related, will you tonight agree to sign our bill to give COVID to people who bring their dogs into HEB?
I like that one.
Absolutely.
COVID for HEB dogs.
Absolutely. As someone who has a dog allergy, I find it very inconvenient and quite rude to come up in my space and really fuck with me like that. But they're emotionally supporting you. They're not helping me at all. They're no hate to the animal, but it's more the owners.
They should
So
emotionally support everybody by not being in the grocery store.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
It's not sanitary.
I hate when people come up in my space. I hate when people come up in my Friendster, too.
And that's why Space Force will be furtherly enforced, and we're going to be recruiting a lot more for Space Force too, for everyone's personal space and outer space.
There's a lot of the denouncing going on. There's a lot of calling on the presidential incumbents and hopefuls to say, are you for it or against it on all these issues?
Sure.
They're making J-Lo say who she,
Taco,
endorses
burrito,
for
burrito.
president. So we're going to officially endorse Audrey Scott on the Godawful Gospel Hour as our write-in candidate. There are actually more people that don't vote than there are on either side. More of a third of the people in America don't vote. Mm-hmm. So if those people just decide to fuck around and find out and write in Audrey Scott, you might end up being president.
I might remind you, a third of those people didn't vote.
Yeah.
They're going to vote.
They gon' learn.
We're going to win.
We're going to
we're winning.
We're going to make them vote. It's going to be a series of...
Every child has a gun now, and there's
no mix, and there's no guineas, and every kid has a gun.
We're going to make sure that Pokemon go to the polls.
We're just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
We made one of the election sites a Poke Gym, so it's a win-win.
Well,
if they don't vote, they will be killed.
We're glad to have you here. What's going to be your big stage song when you come out onto the stage?
Go With the Flow by MF Doom.
Oh, nice.
Simple, good beat.
Good choice.
Good vibe. Trying to bring a good vibe to America.
I'm just finding out about MF Doom now from my kid because the guy that told me about him when he was popular
was
dumb and had bad taste. So I didn't listen to him. I missed out on a lot of stuff because this homo told me this shit was good.
The guy is just really lame about the stuff he likes. And he's so lame about it that it makes you not like the thing.
Like, this is the best ever.
You know what? I'd either do that or Toxicity by System of a Down.
That's how I feel about Depeche Mode.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then I listened to him later and confirmed my suspicions. Anyway.
So I saw recently on your Instagram that you posted in your, that gay ass shit now that they have over your face where it's like, post your vibe or whatever,
Oh, I do that a lot,
to make you, You're very good at Instagram. Recently you put, I commit microaggressions.
Oh, so macro.
Okay. So as president, what are you going to do about microaggressions, micro penises, micro dosing, and microtransactions in video games?
We're going to make them bigger.
We're going to turn
We're going to get everything macro.
Okay.
Everything's going to be macro.
Macro penises?
Fuck a microaggression. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to get shit done. We're not going to be passive. We're going to make our dicks bigger because we're stronger and we have more confidence and we do things that we believe in and we beat each other up when we need to.
Macro doses. Lots of acid.
Yeah, stop being a fucking pussy. Find God.
Yeah.
Get help.
Microdose is just another word for wasting money.
Amen. Pussy. Stop being a fucking pussy.
So there's an N-word that's being thrown around a lot recently.
Sure.
It's the German N-word. It's not the actual N-word.
Oh, no,
and it's causing a lot of problems for comedy. Recently, there was a comedy club in Austin that had some lady perform there that people had thrown that word around at her, and everybody on Reddit got mad and said, oh, they're hiring this Nazi woman.
Oh, yeah.
So I looked into it, and I saw that club will rent the space out to anyone who has the money for any kind of event ever.
Money
And
talks.
so it was a private event that she hosted, and they were basically trying to stop the club from practicing normal goddamn American capitalism because she said the Lizzo was a faggot or something.
Yeah.
So, as president, if elected, do you think it's possible to make it illegal for people to call each other Nazis and stop them from having a comedy career?
Well, you know what's very funny about this? I was actually there when they protested. I saw.
Oh, there was a protest?
Yeah, there was 4 members of Antifa there, and as someone who was actually there, they were more aggressive on the internet than they ever were in person. They were prepubescent teenagers.
It was like the Will Ferrell trans
fucking
movie.
Tiny little retards, tiny little marching band theater kids. Brought a drum. One brought a drum. I started banging it, and Chris is so intimidating, my boss. Like, he's so big and shit. Like, they just stopped.
Yeah.
They just stopped. And it was just really just a sad little group. They look like they ate at the peanut-free table. They look fucking... they look like they have allergies. They look like... Just... You know what I'll say? You guys are just sad, and you have an iron deficiency, and you need some minerals, and you need some sunlight. You need to get off the fucking internet, because if you did have the things that you said... Yeah. Eat a fucking gerbil. Grow a pair and eat a gerbil.
They're probably delicious.
They are absolutely. I mean, guinea pigs I've heard are great. So.
Can I just say this is yet another problem that would be solved with children with guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To solve everything.
Yep.
Children with guns would fix the world.
Yeah.
Isn't that a song? Kids with guns. That's Gorillas.
Gorillas. Kids with guns.
Well, that could be your come out on stage song too.
Ooh,
yeah,
that would be good.
absolutely. With an
Yeah.
army of children.
Easy does it. Easy does it. So, as the first female president in the history of America, there are some female mysteries that all the young men are hopefully that you'll solve. We're hoping you'll solve.
Okay.
I have a theory about squirting.
I'm listening.
Because doctors can't find the location on the body where the soul and the spirit is, but everybody says that it's there. And nobody knows where squirting comes from, but it's there. I think that women squirt from the soul or the spirit. Like it's a spiritual
I
unleashing.
see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because
Women
nobody
are very
knows where
more
either
in
one of
tune with
those
the earth.
things are at.
Truly.
They recently had a symposium of great minds of dudes who sat around and none of them could figure out whether or not women can pee past a tampon. They think that women can't pee when they have a tampon in.
Sure.
So if we have a first female president, we're going to need some diagrams
Right.
for the young men in the world. Because obviously we're still confused.
Well, so
We have no idea what's going
my
on.
best friend Swiggy, he actually
Hell yeah.
was a student
Swiggy.
at a fisting class, and we're gonna offer courses for every. Swiggy's gonna be teaching everyone sex education, and when I'm elected president, and when I am president, I promise education. Every woman will have an orgasm in this country
Okay.
once I'm president.
Nice.
That might lead us to world peace.
So like
I think so.
Sibian at the bus stop.
Kids with guns, women having orgasms.
Yeah. I mean, they're already spending a lot on refurbishing these bus stops. They could put a Sibian there.
We got to get rid of the sex toys too. We got to start just boning each other naturally again.
Macro penises.
Yeah.
Macro.
Get the dicks hard. Get the
1,000
women
points
wet.
of light. This is all starting to come together. This is a comprehensive
So
plan.
since
Yeah.
we've been on the campaign trail, we have been privy to some classified information. And I
Uh-oh.
can't say if we've learned anything about squirting,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just gonna say ectoplasm.
Nice. Okay, so it is a spiritual thing, maybe or not.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay.
It's
Is
more
this
of electromagneticity, like it's something about the vibrations.
Is this with the JFK shit? Is this where they're hiding it in the same folder?
I can't confirm or deny.
Okay.
All we can say is ectoplasm.
It's the one word that you're authorized.
There
Yeah,
have
we
been-
shouldn't have even said that much. You should have just said
No.
ecto.
I am not suicidal.
So I've noticed something with journalism recently. Every journalist I've seen the journalism is becoming more paranoid and schizophrenic and insane because the print media is dying. So they're grasping at straws for validity. So every journalist, they've lost the principles of being of journalistic integrity. It's no longer the 5 W's. It's just crazy, fake, made up, sensationalist bullshit. Every headline I see. So will you, as president, legalize bath salts for reporters so they can continue to be paranoid and schizophrenic?
Absolutely. I think that's the best solution.
Okay, good.
I think people should start taking bath salts at a young age. Give your kid a gun. Give your kid bath salts.
Bundles?
Bundles of bath salts.
Get bath salt gun bundle at kindergarten.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I think that's appropriate. And some glue.
we're solving.
This is another thing that I wanted to, it reminds me of another thing I wanted to ask you about. As a proud Virginian yourself, born and raised in a death camp? A
I was
Mormon
born in
death?
Seattle, but
Okay.
I lived on a doomsday farm before I moved here.
So, of course, things are coming to an end. It could happen during your administration. It could not. Who knows what But-
Sure.
all the presidents get blamed for all kind of shit. It's not their fault that the economy happens and the gas prices go up and COVID happens.
You kind of get
Everybody-
dropped into it.
Yeah, so whatever the Armageddon is, if it happens during your administration, you're going to get blamed for it.
Of course.
But clearly, you have some survival skills in your belt from being raised in a communist, death camp in Virginia.
Sure.
of
Yeah.
Mormons.
That's basically what it was. Yeah.
What would you tell everybody to do first thing when the lights go out? No electricity.
Kill yourself. No, I'm sorry. No, don't do that. Well,
I mean, we're
unless you
telling
don't
them
think
ahead
you can.
it was ahead of time before the lights go out now.
No. I think so part of my campaign, we are going to be doing a lot more solar panels.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more solar panels and night lights.
Okay.
Night lights charged by solar panels.
Old timey miners
And fire.
lamps.
We're just going to be using a lot of fire.
What about the little candle that they used to put here?
Yeah, those are nice.
That
Or
lasts
the little
forever.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
the
yeah.
tin.
We're just going to be using a lot more fire.
Ooh,
Yeah.
along with the guns and the bath salts, we could give the children matches
Yeah.
and gasoline.
Kids need to learn bushcraft. That's what the
Absolutely.
lesbians are good
Absolutely.
for.
We gotta get off the
Lesbians can
grid.
teach everybody bushcraft.
We need the
Bushcraft.
entire nation off the grid.
Okay.
Just
That'd be good.
to get off the grid before it goes off. We just don't need the grid anymore.
Yeah. The power's going to go out, so we might as well be
Might as well
prepared.
stop using it now.
Yeah.
No, the grid is just a
Quit being
it's
a
just
pussy and using electricity like
It's like a
gay
tic-tac-toe
baby.
board,
It's
dude.
just a conspiracy. Anyway, it's just.
I can't
all-
see a grid. I don't see a grid. I
It'd
know
be-
what grids are. I don't see a grid anywhere.
It'd be great if everybody could look forward to President Audrey's newsletter that would arrive on the horseback. You know,
We're gonna remove.
that's
we're-
all the media there is.
We got to bring back Paul Revere's, you
Yeah.
know?
We're gonna replace the grid with a griddle.
Big
So-
griddle, Waffle House.
Like
off
a
the
griddle.
grid,
Everyone.
on the griddle.
Pancakes for everyone.
Off of the grid, onto the griddle is what we're saying.
Exactly. That's our slogan.
Extra syrup.
We're going to have to make a new logo. God damn it.
It's gonna have a
I
lot of
worked real
stuff
hard
on it.
on
It's
that
gonna have a
logo.
child with a gun. It's gonna have a pancake.
Fire.
So we heard in the news recently about this guy that didn't let his wife vote. So she's voting for the first time this year because her husband passed away, and she can finally vote because he wouldn't let her vote. I don't know what the hell, how he stopped her from voting.
Sure.
God bless him. Sorry.
Yeah.
The theory
You're
is
good.
that people say if you don't vote, you can't complain. And his wife was such a whiner that he was like, "Well, I won't let you vote, so then you can never complain about anything. Period. Ever." He just used that as an overarching
To get to
rule.
its logical
The
conclusion.
man was a
No, this is kinda
genius.
your
If
fault.
you don't vote, you can't complain about the dishes, the car, the yard, all of it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let you vote. So as president, when elected, Madam President Scott, what are you going to do to make sure these poor ass wives get out to the polls? How can you juke them around their husbands out the door?
We're going to offer free Oxy in every voting booth.
Sweet.
Free Xanax, free Oxy for every housewife.
Now, I read your previous newsletter. The way you were going to deal with addiction, you were proposing putting fentanyl in all the Narcan.
Well, if everyone's on fentanyl, no one can die.
Well, and if you're an addict and you need Narcan, just put a little fentanyl in there and that'll kill them.
Yeah.
So then that erases its own self problem.
Truly. Yeah.
It's kind of a double-blind experiment because
Yeah.
either they die or just everybody's on fentanyl and it all equals out, right?
Right.
Well, also
Right.
we expect the drug addiction rate to go way down after we arm the children.
Truly.
So my son may or may not have a touch of the autism, and I told my father, and he said, autism, he ought to stop acting like that. If you're become president, what are you going to do about autism for the children in America?
That's a hard one. Heath?
Again, guns.
I'm sorry, but like
I mean, they like counting.
the weak are not good. You know, like there's just going to be some accidents, right?
Yeah, there's going to be no electricity. You got to wait
But
for the
I feel like
newsletter.
the guns will help the autistic kids gain confidence
Okay.
and gain a skill.
It'll be like a way more badass fitted.
They like
fidget
counting.
spinner.
They probably would like loading the cartridge
Love
you
it.
get to count all
Love
the
it.
bullets.
Yeah.
1,
Really
2, 3,
good.
4.
You've seen Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
You love taking that gun apart and put it back together.
Yeah.
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 I mean, have
Similar.
you seen how fast they can do a Rubik's Cube? Think about how
Yeah.
fast they
Yeah,
can like, take
yeah,
apart and put
I
together.
think
Same
I
concept.
think it'll be good.
Kids
Yeah.
with guns. Easy does it. I love it.
I'm more worried about the dumb kids than the autistic kids. I don't know what to do with autism, but we're gonna make it work. And whatever weird mutation we have next, we're gonna make them fit with the system with guns. Guns really help everything, truly.
Mm-hmm. That's a good solution. It's the final solution.
That's how you
I
win
hear.
Texas. I mean,
Maybe we put some
you've got Texas.
pianos in the classrooms too, because the autists like the piano.
Yeah,
There you go.
some Funko Pops.
Just lots of train sets. A lot of
Trains.
train sets.
Oh, my dad loves trains.
I think you can play that gorilla song on the piano. Then they can
Kids
be
with
kids with
guns.
guns. So last time you were here, you outdressed me. You came to the door. I was like, wow, you didn't have to dress up for this. We don't even have cameras.
Yeah.
So I bought a nice shirt today
Nice.
because I didn't want you to outdress me again. When I was buying this shirt, I was looking for a comfortable shirt. I was in the Western wear store, and I was looking at all the different shirts, and I was with my wife, and I said, how can I tell whether it's 100% cotton or not? Because those are the ones that feel good on my skin. And another person of a different culture looked over at me and went, pfft. So apparently it's racist to ask about 100% cotton clothing in the store. This guy got offended that I was looking for only 100% cotton clothes because I said it felt nice on my white skin.
Well, you could play the the Jewish card on that one
Yeah.
because that's in the Torah.
Oh, I can't wear a poly blend.
It's against the law of Moses.
So these are the things that I'm hoping are going to be resolved by your administration. People are going to stop worrying about dumb, gay, fake shit because there's going to be real problems. You're going to cut the power. You're going to give the kids guns.
Yeah.
Racism is out the window now. Who
Yeah.
cares anymore?
Yeah.
There's no reason to worry about who's
Well,
trans or
everything is going to be
autistic
made
or-
out of 100% cotton now. As
Okay.
well. Like everything's going to be 100% cotton, so you don't even have to tell anymore.
You're going to revitalize the cotton industry.
Yeah,
You're
everything's
biblical with it,
absolutely-
right? Biblical
Absolutely.
Somebody's going to
with
have
it.
to
No
pick all
mixed
that
fabrics or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're getting pure again, and
Maybe-
not in the weird racial way. But
Maybe we make some clothes out of hemp or something. Or not. That's fine.
no, no, I
Fine.
didn't say that.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
don't.
that was.
You're-
I'm sorry. I
I'm
shouldn't have
answering
said
a question, and you're fucking it up.
that. God, I'm so stupid.
Jesus.
So a lot of people don't believe in voting and want to fuck with the system and do something funny. So if you believe in comedy, comedy's kind of under attack right now. Go out and do your
Very
write-in
much
vote for Audrey Scott, and you can fuck around and find out whether the
We're
system
gonna
works
win.
or not.
We're winning. All right, so let's win together. Be a winner. Don't be a loser.
Do you have any
we can
scandals you
see-
want to get ahead of before they start digging into your past?
Say that again.
Do you have any scandals you want to get ahead of?
No, I just have memories, man.
The shit went down and it happened like it happened.
Yeah, you call me out, I'll just say yes. I mean, I'm very 100%
I said what I said.
honest, and I'm pretty transparent.
Okay.
My parents are both trans, so I'm the extremely transparent. Yeah, any questions can be answered,
I mean, we'll start digging. It's our job as journalists,
Sure.
as paranoid meth head bath salt journalists,
Right.
journalists to get ahead of your scandals
Like,
for you.
yeah, sometimes you hit a kid with your car while you're drunk. I've done that,
Yeah.
but I'm honest.
While parked at the gas station.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
pulled it off, folks. You
brave.
never heard of anybody that's any president in history has never hit a kid drunk while parked and not even moving.
But I'll admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a few parties at Diddy's house, but I didn't have that much fun.
Brave.
We've been quoting you on this podcast. What's the name of the baby oil that he uses?
Johnson and 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 Johnson. A lot of Johnsons.
Beautiful. See, there needs to be a comedian president. Comedians are at the world becoming world leaders. It was what was it? Zelensky. He was a
Yeah.
comedian. Cat Williams is a truth sayer.
Yeah.
They're speakers now. What's it? Hinchcliffe was a speaker at
That was
at
crazy.
the Trump thing.
That was crazy.
They're not even calling him a comedian anymore. So you get to a certain level and you become, you're making statements.
Yeah.
The
So-
BBC, actually. He got on the BBC today, and they called him a comedian. All the American sites were like, speaker at Trump rally says racist things, but the BBC, bastion of journalism they are, at least said comedian.
Oh, I was.
That's
just
good. What do you say about Puerto Ricans?
He said there's apparently a giant island of trash in the ocean
Yeah.
called Puerto Rico or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he made a joke about black people carving watermelons for Halloween. And there are a few other ones.
They hired him to write jokes, and he did the job.
That's
this
crazy.
This is a capitalist country. We
But
live
if
in.
you watch it, he's kind of bombing. He's not getting many laughs, which actually is kind of with some of the jokes. I'm like, hey, look, the MAGA people aren't that bad because they're not really laughing at the blatant haha, black people.
It's
Yeah.
a Trump rally, and Trump is not speaking.
Yeah.
And I will remind everyone that we are not for Trump. We're for Audrey here.
That's
Miss
true.
Scott.
Yeah.
Miss
Oh, no,
Scott.
we're
I'm sorry,
criticizing
you
the
know,
other
President
candidates.
Scott.
We're
I'm
criticizing.
sorry, President.
We're getting her criticisms of the other candidates in. Is what we're doing.
Well, that's why I brought Weird Al with my campaign. I have Weird Al and I have SpongeBob.
Weird Al's one of my favorites.
I love Weird Al and I
Get
love
him to do
SpongeBob.
something with the
SpongeBob was
gorillas.
really, really, really busy, so I'm glad I was able to get SpongeBob to come along.
Weird Al Gorillas collab for a walkout song.
Hell yeah.
Kids with gummy bears.
Kids with gummies. Kids with gums.
So on the subject of Tony Hinchcliffe, who again, no one's ever accused him of being one of the top minds of comedy. Nobody's ever put him up there with Attell or Hedberg. He probably bombed because he's not that great at He's good at one thing. He's good at low hanging fruit in the moment when somebody's like retarded in front of him.
Sure.
That's what he does every week.
pretty good at
he does
that.
a great job.
He has
When
a lot of
somebody acts
practice.
dumb, he says they're gay, and he's pretty good at that. As president, when elected, would you bring Puerto Rico in as a 51st state?
Hell yeah. Who doesn't like rice and beans?
Yeah.
And big butts.
Mm-hmm.
Are you fucking kidding me? They're basically a part of the U.S. already. Let's give them more representation. The more people, the better. But legally and safely.
Again, it's a hard non-autistic stance to have such a not round number. You know, all the autistic kids love 50.
Yeah.
Once you get
Why the
51
fuck does that
states, they're
matter?
all
We
gonna
want more
start
people. Why don't we
twitching and going,
let them
to
go
be
in
50.
there? Yeah, 51. Fuck it. You don't even remember how many states there are, anyways. Why does it matter?
Well,
We could get rid of Alaska.
Dude, get rid of Iowa, dude.
can I tell him?
Yeah.
Can I tell him?
Yeah, you can.
This doesn't leave this room or this podcast.
Okay.
but we're working on also getting Brazil.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Talk about
So
butts.
52 states, 52
Yeah.
nuts in your mouth. That's perfect. That's how many cards are in a deck.
So no passport to go to Brazil.
Yeah,
No.
It's amazing.
you can just go.
Mm-hmm.
When you're elected
Just like flying
president,
to
They'll just be
Oklahoma.
called. They'll just be called BLs
Yeah.
after that. ABLs, America.
We'll have all the butts.
must be nice for girls to be able to take fat from one place and move it to another. I don't have anywhere else I want to put it. There's nowhere
They
else
can just throw
on
it
a
out.
man's body where, throw it into the sun and watch it burn.
You just flip it over their
Yeah.
shoulder.
Use it to heat your home whenever the electricity goes out.
Yeah, use the lard.
You're going to need it.
Yeah.
I like to suction fat out of my ass and then suction it back into my ass.
I've seen him do it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
A
good
reverse
Saturday night.
Brazilian butt lift.
That's when I hired him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He kicks the fat out of his ass and he feels lonely
Genius.
and cold. He's like, I miss my friend.
That was his job interview. Yeah.
Yeah, you're hired.
When elected president, will you
Watch it.
What will you do to stop Tom Hardy from making all these blackface movies? The third Venom movie just came out.
Tom Hardy's clothing is so ugly.
It's clearly a racist premise. This guy's a white guy, and then he turns black, and now he's bad, and nobody's doing anything about this.
Let him do it.
Let him do it. Let Venom 4, 5, 6 now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we've got you on record as pro First Amendment, pro any way you want to
Yeah, just ignore
express
him.
yourself.
You know what? These people just want attention. So if you ignore him and don't let him have anything, he keeps trying and grasping for anyone to just look over at him. And if you just ignore them, they crumple and they die and they wither out on their own.
Like Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in her, she withers.
Yeah, fuck that bitch,
Or
dude.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, just ignore that little wiener.
Well, that was Trump, too. He's like, everybody talk about me. There's something weird. And everybody goes, he said a thing. And then it becomes valid again. So one of the big perks of being a president,
Yes.
as far as the last young lady that tried to become president, Hillary, she was able to
Young.
murder with impunity. If you had the power to kill at will, which I think you get as president. I mean, you can get it before
Like
you're
I haven't
president.
done it before.
You get it if you're the president's wife, apparently.
Yeah.
Who would you get rid of?
Mariah Carey. Sorry, that was my answer.
Press secretary had
it's-
the answer ready
pretty
already.
Valid, pretty valid.
Yeah.
Pedophiles.
Okay.
We're killing the pedophiles.
They just had somebody got beat up at the HEB here in town by the
Really?
pedo hunters. They gave us
Which one?
Lakeline.
That's crazy.
But they get the wrong. What if they get the wrong guy?
Dude, I
will
know.
that be our Secretary of Defense? Maybe.
The pedo guys.
Every
Well, the guy
pedo
that
guy
beat
they're
him
beating up says you got the wrong guy. So if they get the wrong guy, that dude's fucked.
Dude, I know.
Have you seen those videos?
That is a good
Or
argument.
they shave his head and shit. And, what were you gonna say?
half of those videos, the person is obviously retarded. Like there's
Yeah.
mentally something wrong with
Or
him.
the wheelchair one. You
Yeah.
know, there's a guy like
yeah, he's
this.
way up like that.
Oh,
and
and
it
it's
just
still not okay, but it's
it just feels wrong to be beating the shit out of a retard, who feels like
Again.
I'm gonna meet a
and
girl.
it's like these
I
guys
need to
are
meet a girl."
bullies. Like the guys who catch them and shit,
Yeah.
they are kind of bully.
Yeah.
Not that pedophiles aren't bad, but they're kind of.
Well, the
they're
retards
like,
have
finally, I have someone I can
Yeah.
finally beat up a retard for a real reason. Like,
yeah.
Just gonna go back and rewatch all the To Catch a Predator stuff, 'cause
So-
at least they just made him squirm.
So
They
maybe we deal with the guys that are beating up the pedophiles.
I mean, the
Just be
retards.
like, hey, stop!
Yeah.
Hey, sir,
we
Stop
need
stop!
to bully the pedophile.
Stop bullying
boys.
that pedophile, sir.
when the
It'll be
retards-
illegal to bully pedophiles.
We'll figure it
Just
out.
kill them.
Yeah.
We'll have a task force.
I mean, Mongoloids have the mind of a child anyway, so that's why maybe that's why they're pedos. Like Michael Jackson, they got their childhood stolen, and they're still living in a child's mind world.
Oh, we're freeing Michael Jackson. He's innocent.
Oh hell
Yes,
yeah!
we'll be freeing him from hell.
So I have a special request. this is the only thing I want out of a president. If I was president, I would make Sour Patch Swedish Fish. Why haven't they done this yet? All you got to do is take some Sour Patch Kids, get them wet, put them in a bag with a bunch of Swedish fish,
I'm sorry.
shake it up, dry it out. Now you got Sour Patch
I'm
Swedish
sorry.
Fish.
What do we do to the Sour Patch Kids?
Sour Patch Swedish Fish.
We get them wet.
Will you please stop?
Yeah.
This is like
Getting
the
the
third
kids
time
wet.
You're
today.
getting the kids
You
wet.
suggested getting kids wet, so please.
I
can get
was
the
just,
fish
we were
wet
just
and put
talking
them in
about
the kid.
pedophiles.
Yeah,
And you just talking
You need
about
to be
having-
reminded what
Are you
President
fucking
Audrey Scott is
kidding
going to
me
do to
right
now?
pedophiles.
You're
So-
lucky we're anti-bullying.
You want to die?
Look, all I want is Sour Patch Swedish Fish.
He wants to get kids wet. Did you
too
hear that?
lazy to-
Why am I
I
doing
heard
this
it.
interview?
I heard it.
Did you?
He ran the questions
Did
by
you
me.
look
That
these
one wasn't
people
in
up?
there. He ran the questions by me. They weren't in there. He didn't say anything about getting kids wet.
That's what the island full of trash is made of. Is old.
We're
Sour
not going to
Patch
be making kids wet.
kids. I just want the dust.
We will
from
not
the Sour
turn any
Patch
You want
Kids on-
kids dust? You want them dry?
I don't. He never has to touch the kids. The dust before
Stop
they put it on
touching
the
kids.
The dust needs to touch the fish. Not the kid. The kids can stay naked. I mean, not with dust on them
Oh my god!
as they were born.
Naked and wet.
It's just sweet, innocent angels.
Oh dear!
And then the fish are the ones that get dirty.
Did
with
you
the
run any
dust.
background checks on these people?
It was kind of last minute.
Fuck, dude.
Look, I'll do it myself. I'll just go to
Please
the
vote
fucking
for me, you guys.
bread basket.
Yeah,
and
I'm sorry about the way this was handled. To the listeners and to you, Miss Scott, this is
We will not be making Swedish fish. Sour
Egregious.
Patch. We're not doing that. We're not getting kids wet here.
we're not making Sour Patch Swedish Fish, Josh.
That's off the table on the
That's
on the
disgusting.
Get
How
it through
dare
your
you.
head.
Don't ever ask me that again.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
If elected president, do you think it would be
When?
okay? For
When?
When?
when? Sorry,
How
when?
dare
God
you?
damn
I thought
it.
you were
How
saying
dare
win.
you?
Strike two,
You want to
mister.
get kids wet and you don't even think you're gonna win?
Strike
You're
two,
yelling
mister.
Winning like Charlie Sheen. Winning. We're gonna win. When?
Who is
Sorry,
this
when
guy?
she's president.
I don't know. I thought he was my friend.
I'm a journalist. I have journalistic integrity. We're doing the 5 W's here, but I'm also on bath salts.
We're like,
You're excused then.
Proceed.
When you're president, will you allow men when they're allergic during allergy season to say, "I'm on the ragweed"?
No.
Okay,
that's a
good.
little bit period stolen valor.
Still in period valor.
Yeah. I don't want to get into that because it's just I don't want to have to pierce every penis in America to make them understand what it's like for your body to just bleed out once a month, or that, or you're either popping a baby out. So it's really just it's a very difficult thing, and it's not funny.
No, yeah, I saw
It's not a joke.
X-ray video of a baby stomping on a lady's bladder. So
Yeah.
They have way better footage of that than they used to, and it looks like a fucking nightmare. I'd shit my pants if that was happening inside of me.
I'd be so mad.
I'd start crying in a corner like a baby myself.
If my baby starts smoking a cigarette inside of me, I'm gonna beat up that baby. Don't you hate when babies smoke cigarettes inside of you?
It's only happened once, and I was very drunk.
Compliments again?
If you're elected president, will you outlaw AI shitty girlfriends? There's AI girlfriends, but now they invented AI shitty girlfriends to teach guys to avoid the red flags. So you can have an AI shitty girlfriend and learn how to like not get in a toxic relationship.
No, because then I won't have a boyfriend anymore.
You're fucking up my game, son.
No, we don't need that. We don't need people realizing. They don't need to know good and bad. They gotta learn. People gotta learn in real life. You know,
Sometimes you have to experience stuff.
it's called character development, and you need to get that done in real life. I mean, because then if you just get rid of the shitty AI girlfriend, maybe you just get a better AI girlfriend. What makes you move to real life? What is that step? Like, why would you?
Yeah, it seems to be more the back the other way, right? Like people
Yeah.
move from trying and failing in real life to where like, oh, I can just succeed
Yeah,
without
her.
trying in
Yeah.
AI, you know.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson will talk me into an orgasm.
I mean, that's not. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Who's the hot guy voice? The girls like to hear his voice.
Alex Jones.
I've got all the documents at my dad's house.
That's what I thought everyone liked, right? Everyone listens to Alex Jones, right? And that's a lot.
Return of the Frog's gay.
I was doing the deed one time, you know, the good old fucking buck, you know, and I was fucking and bucking, and then my boyfriend politely asked me to turn off Alex Jones, and
I have to
way
have
out.
it.
it had been like 4 minutes, and I was like, I was surprised he went that long, but
How else am I
I
supposed to
can't
squirt?
come unless he's shilling male enhancement pills.
yeah, exactly. He's getting to the gold. He's getting to the
How else am I
gold
going to
rush.
squirt from my spirit without Alex Jones playing? So
People are
Tim
calling
Dillon
it-
had J.D. Vance on.
Yeah, I
Theo
didn't
Vaughn
listen to
had
that.
J.D. Vance on.
Rogan had Trump on.
The other guys, 2 other people had Trump on.
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn had Trump.
They stole our idea. I mean, we booked you a long time ago
Right.
to be an incumbent
It's kind of
presidential
bullshit, honestly.
candidate.
Miss
Day one in office. What's your first thing you're gonna do? What's your promise to America?
Kids with guns.
I like it.
Kids with guns, Miss Scott.
Are these little baby guns or are they grown up guns?
Well, they got to fit their hands.
Yeah, dude. What are you talking about?
Okay, so we're gonna make.
That would
some-
be ridiculous to give a kid a gun that doesn't fit.
Give
them.
a kid a full-grown adult gun.
What are we doing here?
That's 2.5 strikes.
Are you kidding me?
Miss Scott. Miss Scott. May I use the restroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
We appreciate.
He always
you.
has to ask me.
Nice, I like it.
I appreciate that.
We appreciate you coming on the show. We appreciate you joining us today. We do have a couple minutes left if you'd like to address the nation or get
Yes.
like a statement out.
My fellow Americans, it has been very, very hard. We're tired of empty souls laughing and laughing at our faces when the prices of goods are truly outrageous. We have people from all over the country eating our gerbils and not giving us our bath salts, but everyone's a skinny, bony, Ozempic, fentanyl addict. And I'm going to make this place right, and I'm going to give the children guns, and I'm going to get rid of all the Asian retarded midgets, and it'll be a brighter future for us all. Death to Australia, and have a good night. Vote for me. We're gonna win this together.
Kids with guns, kids with guns, taking over. I won't be long, then mesmerize. Skeletons.
We're gonna get a copyright strike.
Yeah, I get a copyright strike on that. No, we can just shoot the shit for 15
Cool.
more minutes.
Sounds good.
We keep doing it.
Hell
Thank
yeah,
you,
that was
Audrey,
fun.
for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So what else has been new since how long has it been? Like 5 months?
Yeah. I got the DWI.
The baby.
I don't know. That shit's just annoying. And then I have a cat. I have a cat now. I have a little kitten. I moved to a new house. I live with a musician and then 2 other very good friends of mine that I've known for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah, I've been working a lot. I have a day job. Got the comedy club going. I got a show on the 1st. I got a show on the 2nd. Had 2 shows this past weekend. Been
Nice.
doing the grind.
Yeah, I've been seeing you post your shows, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, trying to do my thing. It is super weird when people are like, "Oh, I see you out there," and I'm like, "Are you stalking me, or like you see me on the internet, or like?" I mean, I appreciate people when they see my shows and stuff, but it never feels like enough, right?
Mhm.
Like I feel like that's a problem. It's like
What's the cat's name?
Inky, INKY.
Dang, speaking of racist venom.
Yeah, he's like he has little spots, like he's like white, and then he has black splotches on him, and he has like stuff on his face. It looks like ink and shit.
How'd you get him?
Mars Martian's cat had a litter.
Dang, you're best friends with all the comedy psychos of Austin.
I
Swiggy,
sure am.
Mars Martian.
What
got
do
your
you
own
think you're
little
looking
Kill
at?
Tony whack pack.
I sure do. Holy fuck, dude. I'm crazy, man. Like I'm just chiller.
Did you say,
Yeah, I'm just chiller. I'm just as crazy.
did you say you moved into a new house?
I did. Yeah.
Your roommates? What was you said a musician?
3 roommates. Yeah, 3 roommates. 1 musician.
That is way better than 6.
Yeah.
That is way less than 6.
He's moving to that Ty Nugent Pflugerville thing.
Ty Nguyen.
What's his name?
Taiwan.
Ty Nguyen.
Okay.
That's how you pronounce it.
Nguyen.
It's not Nugent? I thought I've been saying Nugent my whole life.
Yeah.
I think it's
When.
actually when.
It's
yeah.
when.
It's when.
When are you going to
It's
stop saying
Vietnamese.
Nugent?
Orange, you glad I didn't say Nguyen?
Wasn't 3 Musketeers?
Well, these are the last jokes. They're about to outlaw comedy, so we're on record as having put out some of the
Can't
final
wait.
pieces of humor in existence before.
Is that true?
I don't know. It sounds from today, from everything that was fucking happening in the news today. It sounds like they're gonna stop people from joking around anymore.
It sounds to me like Tony Hinchcliffe did exactly what he set out to do, which was make everybody scream and talk about him.
Get hired to make jokes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait, was that even the purpose of him going on, or was he just supposed to be endorsing Trump? Why was he? What was his deal? What was that?
He was just a speaker at the Trump rally. So, I mean, like, hey, now comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, like, warming up the crowd, and he got up there. And they had, like, 4 other speakers besides him that were more, like, non-comedian people or whatever. But he just got up there and did his, like, roast jokes and made everybody scream.
Yeah, I don't think he really has a. I think he has awareness. I don't think he has like respect or like consideration for.
Well, he was on Game Day, which is the ESPN show that goes to a different college every week before the football game, and they do their ESPN thing. And then when they were here 2 weeks ago, every episode, Pat McAfee, the commentator, has kids from that college try and kick a field goal, and if they can do it, he gives them $100,000.
Oh,
And
nice.
usually he has a comedian with him, and he had Shane Gillis with him when they were at Kyle Field a couple weeks ago, whenever that was. And this time he had Tony Hinchcliffe. And all of Tony Hinchcliffe's jokes that he made at the kid kicking were just like, oh, you look like a lesbian. Oh, you look gay.
Yeah,
like that.
that's all he has.
You know.
man.
And Pat McAfee was like, okay. You know, he was like, we got sponsors and stuff.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised by his set.
Dance
For
around
Trump.
between faggot and retard all day and see
Yeah.
if you can make a joke.
Gets a
out.
little old. Gets a little old.
Audrey, I have to get glasses soon. Do you like these?
I do like
Should
those.
I wear those? My eyes stopped giving a shit. I can't focus on things more than 10 feet away.
Those look good.
It's like I
like
don't
those.
have a span of attention anymore. Like
I have
stopped
bad
paying
eyes,
attention when
too.
people talk too long, and now my eyes stop focusing when things are far away.
That sucks.
I'm like, fuck that stuff. Over
That's
there.
fair because it takes work and shit, and you're like,
He's got government worker eyes.
I can't read I can read some of the words on the Star Wars
I
poster.
think it's crazy that you're just now nearsighted. If I take my glasses off, I can't see.
How many fingers am I holding up?
I have no idea. And I'm wearing
Could be a
my-
dick.
Thumbs.
Could be one dick.
Yeah, I think my eyes just caught up with the rest of my body on not giving
How many
a shit.
fingers am I holding up with my cock?
12.
How many micro
20.
penises am I holding up?
I lost my glasses 3 years ago. I had a pair. And I have pretty bad astigmatism, and so at night it's really hard for me. Like, night driving is really, really bad for me. Like, I can't see.
Is it blurry or dark or
It's
double?
like, it's blurry.
Because I'm
and
getting
then-
double.
Yeah,
like the
mine's
letters are
super
next to each
blurry,
other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
didn't
just
know
can't
for the longest time that like little halos around lights at night aren't normal.
Normal.
Yeah,
Normal
yeah,
to
yeah,
see.
yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that was just when you're high. But then it's
No.
happening all the time.
Astigmatism.
When you're high, you see the halos and you're nervous about what they are. You're
I
like,
thought maybe
Yeah.
my head was just growing like Val Kilmer or Alec Baldwin, like I'm at the age where your head grows big, and maybe it was pushing my eyes weird.
it's pretty big.
It's been growing.
You have a pretty big head.
Oh,
Ooh,
appreciate
Tony
that.
Hinchcliffe, roasted. I can do it.
Did you see the
Big
girl?
Retard.
headed gay guy. Gay retard. Big gay retard.
You're a big pile of trash in the middle of the ocean.
Boom. Where's my dollars? Give me my dollars. Give me my Tony dollars.
Did you see the girl on Kill Tony that had said she had chronic fatigue?
No.
She said, I literally could not get out of bed for months. And my wife tried to pull that shit on me one time.
Yeah.
That she had chronic fatigue syndrome. And I was like, nobody wants to get out of bed, ever. You're just living the dream.
My mom was like that, and
Yeah.
then I did it at one point. Like, I did it.
You literally could not get out of bed?
I literally didn't want to.
Yes,
you know,
nobody
like,
fucking
literally.
wants to do anything.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
It's the thing
They're
Nick
just
Mullen
labeling their laziness. You know?
It's the thing Nick Mullen said. It's like it's funny how
I'm
those
sick.
people only have that disease when it's an option,
Yeah.
right? When you have the option, you have the ability to have someone else take care of everything for you. All of a sudden, I have this fatigue syndrome.
Yeah,
I
I have
can't
all
get out
these
of bed.
problems.
Yeah.
Just say you don't want to do shit. Like, just be
Yeah.
fucking honest. Like,
Yeah. I don't give my eyes don't give a shit. I don't want to see stuff. I don't want to
It's like
hear
word
stuff.
salad for an excuse. Yeah.
Yeah, I have chronic I don't give a fuck syndrome. It's my bad.
Have you see Kamala on any of these fucking? Did you see her on Town Hall or anything?
I
saw
watched
the Fox
basketball
thing.
one.
Yeah, the Fox thing was rough.
I watched all the smoke. I tried to.
Yeah,
but it was
I
too
watched-
basketball-y, and I don't care about sports.
Yeah, she's rough, man.
I heard she's been code switching pretty hard in between the states.
Yeah.
Like if she's like in a southern state, she's like, "Hey y'all," and then
Yup.
she's like around black people, she's like, "What's up, player?"
Yeah. Y'all gonna vote. Y'all gonna vote for me.
You ain't black. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I know you ain't black if you don't vote for Kamala.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
Every once in a while, they have to act like voting is real and that it works and that democracy's real, and they throw us a bone and they're like,
The
"Look,
facade
the one that
is
you
just
didn't
gone for me. I'm just like, come
Yeah.
on, you guys.
think."
Like,
Kamala wins. It's like, yeah, of course they did the thing that they made it happen.
can't stand
Weed's never gonna be legal. Vote for me.
it. Shit, dude. She's gonna legalize weed for everyone and then like do what she did to people and send them to fucking prison and leave them there
Yeah.
past their sentences. Like, it's just ridiculous. I don't trust this thing. Like, when you've done all of that, why would I believe that you're gonna do the absolute opposite without you even acknowledging what you've done? She doesn't even acknowledge that shit. She talks about being a prosecutor, but she doesn't talk about what she's done to people.
I watched the Frontline,
cop,
the
right?
PBS Frontline about the two of them,
Yeah.
and the Donald Trump stuff was all like ominous, evil, you know,
Yeah.
and then all of hers is like Berkeley, rights, diversity,
I'm like,
sexism, and racism.
Can you be fucking honest
Yeah.
to me? Like, you know, if you're gonna
They
pick
can't.
apart the other opponent so much, it's so unfair to me as a citizen or as like, you know, someone who's gonna vote. You think I'm that fucking stupid? Like,
it's
just
almost like, do we really
ridiculous.
even need
The
to
whole
know
thing has
about
been telling us we're stupid the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely,
You're
right
fucking dumb
to our
redneck.
fucking face.
Yeah.
Like,
do we even really need to know about Trump at this point? Because we know everything about
he's
him.
a
right?
racist, rapist, thief.
A rapist.
Yeah, I mean,
No, but
that,
seriously, I know what
I
you're
was
saying.
also trying to
like,
think of a combination of those two words.
Rapist.
racist.
That's the
but
lady
she's
from
so.
Alien.
I don't think she has anything to like. She's so bland.
Yeah.
Like she's just
Well,
such a.
she's just a host. She's just a host
Yeah.
for whoever's telling her
I mean,
to talk.
more
Because
like
it's like if
oh.
she really believed in what she was saying, she wouldn't have to do these runarounds. She wouldn't need a teleprompter. If she actually believed in what she was saying and meant what she was saying, she wouldn't have to try so hard to dance around every fucking question. Because like if she had answers and she knew what she was saying and believed in it, she wouldn't have that problem. Like
It's,
it's just so obvious to me that she doesn't have any idea what she's believes in.
Well, the problem is people pay a lot of money to get those candidates where they are,
Yeah.
and then they just have to do whatever they say.
Absolutely.
I think it's a real
And
testament
it's
to
and
how
it's from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
far racism has come in America, where the boring one is a I don't know if she's black or not lady.
Yeah, the racially
We've
ambiguous
made
one
it.
is a
Can we
boring
get
one.
can we get
We're
like
here.
a real like Flava Flav?
I have
black
a dream.
person?
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's get Q-tip in. And
Racism
I
can't
want-
exist anymore if
That's-
the boring
that's-
one is this lady.
That's why I wanted Cornel West. Because if
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
else, he's a real black guy.
I wanted Kanye
true.
West.
Yeah.
I voted for Kanye last time.
He was the only born again Christian on the ballot in 2020. Where you at, Christians?
Where you at? I want Kanye West and Candace Owens.
Well, I voted today and I wrote in Audrey Scott. I did my duty as a citizen to the United States.
We're gonna
of
win,
America,
baby.
goddamn
We're
it.
gonna fucking win.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know you were for kids with guns, and I'm so much more excited now that I'm familiar with your platform.
I really care about it.
Yeah, I just was, throwing a Hail Mary because I wanted a funny white girl to be president from
Yeah.
Austin. God damn it, from Virginia. God damn it.
White women don't have enough, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
haven't been given enough.
I promised a friend of mine who spends all day on Threads instead of Twitter that I would take a picture of my ballot with the president not filled out. But it's illegal to take a picture
Yeah,
of
we're
your
in one of
ballot
those
in Texas,
purple
so I
states.
can't prove to him that I voted for neither.
You have to take a Polaroid.
You have
Yeah.
to
Never show
You have to do a
anybody.
rubbing.
Oh, I'm going to do a rubbing in the voting booth. You
Nope,
wanna
not
see
allowed to
it.
vote. Jerked off in the voting
Oh, you just
booth.
sign with your cum. You fill it out with your cum.
God, why is it all white?
Oh,
and
Yeah,
red?
the voting machine breaks because of all the cum. And like,
just
the
like
braille.
the,
It's
just like
semen
the
There's extra bumps on the braille.
Just like underneath the
this is not
massage
even a
parlor.
word.
yeah, just like the massage parlor. Yeah. Why is there
Last
so
week, Audrey, we were talking about 2 massage parlors got busted for like human trafficking.
really? In Austin?
In Austin, and Heath said it was they tracked down
Gummed up the
because
works.
the cum on the sewers underneath them. led them to.
Well, that's how they were.
How'd you find us?
Yeah.
Like, all the semen underneath you.
That's
like,
how they find COVID and like people throwing
Poop,
away
yeah.
drugs and antibiotics and stuff.
Yeah, they test the feces.
They find it in
Yeah.
That sounds like a dirty job, Mike Rowe.
Fuck that
thing.
job, dude.
my
Fuck that job.
micro penis.
Where's my episode of Dirty Jobs?
Yeah.
I'm sifting through this cum and shit all day.
Vote for me for a happy ending.
That's what you got to legalize. You got to legalize at
Legalize
least happy endings.
Happy ending sounds great. I don't want a sad ending.
Yeah.
Give me the fucking happiest ending.
All right. Well, I think that's the episode. I'm going to switch us over to a stream here.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Audrey,
Hell yeah.
thanks for being
Thank
here.
you so much for having me.
Heath, thanks for being here.
Yeah, I was about to say, fuck me, I guess. But
Oh, yeah,
And my
you've never
campaign
been on an
manager's
episode
video.
where you're the star the whole time. 5 other times last
I'm
year.
sorry. I'm a comedian. I do it for attention.
He's just as important.
And everybody go out. If you haven't voted yet, go right in Audrey Scott.
The only way to
Follow
fuck
me on
the
Instagram
system.
at Illuminaudrey.
The only
If
way
she
to
get-
fuck the system is to write into somebody.
If she gets
Kids
over
with
50
guns.
votes, I'm giving out slurp-offs.
Yeah, why put in Donald Duck? You
Actually,
put Scott. Same
I
result.
take that back because I don't know how many people listen to this.
Hell yeah.
Take a photo of your ballot and send it to me. If I get over 50, I'll be doing slurp-offs. But you're not allowed to.
And
So,
you'll be getting arrested.
so it's not a valid ballot if you do that.
So either break the law or don't get slurped off.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hell yeah.
Bye.